I'm Adam Somlai-Fischer. I have a background in architecture and arts. I worked for a decade mostly as an artist doing interactive robots and stuff like this. I've been very successful with that around the world. And like 10 years ago, I did a little hack in Flash, which was like a zooming presentation, but just for myself. And I used it for 8 years, and then I met another guy called Peter Halachi, I'm the co-founder of Prescient. He's another co-founder. He convinced me that, hey, this looks something that people might want to use. So we sat down and did a prototype, something that is easier to use, it's for more public use. And then we realized that, if we want to do a really good startup, we need somebody with a good business mindset. We need a CEO, because he was a computer scientist, I was an artist designer. And then we went out and looked for Peter Arvai, who's our CEO, the third founder. Yeah, and here we are today with Prescient, 5 million users. It took us about 2 years, a bit more than 2 years. The pace of growth is about the same as Evernote had or SoundCloud, if you know these startups. And we are really thrilled, we are so happy, and we have a lot of really, really passionate users who are evangelizing and sharing and, talking a lot of good things about Prezi to other people. So more and more people are trying it and picking it up. Pretty much from all countries around the world. I think one of the most amazing experiences I get at Prezi is that we get a lot of really passionate thank you emails from people, and they say things like, oh, I feel creative, you helped me to create something really stunning I usually wasn't able to do. So it feels really fantastic that we can create a tool that can be used by anyone. It's a very general audience that Prezi has. And they create things that are really powerful and visual, and things that usually only designers and visual professionals used to do. So that's the main driving force here. And of course, besides Prezi, I have a family, 2 kids. I really enjoyed spending time with them and playing music, still being a little bit an artist and all these kind of things. I think there are some few interesting things. I think generally it's quite exciting to see that all these startup events are being organized, and there seems to be a lot of buzz to make things happen. And I really feel that what is really good that because there are no massive resources in this region, but on the internet you're still comparably quite flexible, and you don't need that much to get started and to do something fantastic that people start talking about and use and eventually even pay for. So I think it's quite an interesting opportunity, even on a larger scale, for many of the active creative minds of this region to do a startup and get out and do a good business. I think it's primarily because I hope that I can meet people whom we can share the Prezi experience with. So, because I think, to some extent the economic context is similar for many local startups there. So I think the lessons we learned, the way we moved from a Budapest company to an international with an office in San Francisco, I think there's many things I can share that people would find helpful. And that's really the main motivation. I hope we can share what we learn so other companies will grow, and there will be even more universities opening, teaching coders and designers, and the whole ecosystem will grow.